The modern-day Ligier F3 and F4 chassis stems from years of hard work, innovation, and technological mastery. Combine that with the most up-to-date of safety enhancements, and you have the foundation for two of the most competitive open-wheeled feeder series in the world. For Max Crawford, these independent works of art come from decades of creative action in motorsports. But Max's perspective was not always from the outside of a race car. It actually all began with a trip to the racetrack, a newly spawned dream to race, and it was on from there.
At 14 years old, I built my first car in the garage. It was a Bitzer that I'd welded together with the tractor, etc., and I forged my father's signature, and I took it to a hill climb, won the hill climb. And the next day, I was sitting at the table. My father was a military person, and so we did everything with precision, and we had breakfast together, etc., etc. Next minute, I got a rap over the side of the head with a newspaper because my picture was on the front page. So I got grounded for a very long time.
Crawford continued to race in New Zealand, and along the way, he obtained countless hours of engineering knowledge. After coming to the U.S. in the late 70s, success came quickly. He eventually started his own business, which would go on to play a huge role in one of the biggest sports car series in America.
In 2000, we moved to the site we were on for the next few years, and was Crawford Composites, which grew and grew and grew. And in 2004, we built the first Daytona prototype after the Jim France had asked me if I would be involved. So we raced those through till 2010.
Even with an ever-growing business, Crawford sensed a change in direction was near.
I wasn't getting any younger, so the composite business was growing at an alarming rate, and we ended up by having a lot of contracts for medical and so forth and so on, and with the military. And but my bug for racing was obviously still there. I have two daughters, and one of them wanted to carry on with the composite shop, so I ended up by selling it in 2015, and then went to work for Ligier, and in 2016 we built the F4.
But the godfather of American-made composite chassis did not embark on all these journeys alone. It was with the help of his late friend, Andy Scriven, who is honored annually by both U.S. Championship Series, that Crawford says worked tirelessly in terms of helping elevate the company.
So Andy and I worked together a lot. We spent a lot of time in the wind tunnel together. He became a friend, and then he became a brother to me. We worked every day together. He had a wicked sense of humour, and he was a lovely man, but he was very, very clever, and he could read a rule book like nobody I've ever known. He could look at it and he would say to me, that's what we need to do. So every morning we would sit together, have a cup of coffee, and we would work on what we're going to do for the day, and in the evening we would sit down and go through those design parameters that we'd done, and we would butt heads. Sometimes I'd say, no, I can't work on that, I can't do this, and he would say, oh, but gov, and then the next morning he'd come in and go, I got an idea. So it was that relationship that grew and grew and grew. So he did all my Daytona prototypes with me, I did the 2K, as I said, and then we did all the single-seaters together. So he was an integral part of daily life here. A man worked all the time. I've never known a guy to work as much as he did. I could come down on a Sunday and he'd be here. But he was exceptionally brilliant, and I miss him terribly.
Proving that partnerships are imperative to motor racing success, the same can be said for Ligier's relationship with power provider Honda, which according to Crawford is a true team effort.
So I have a great relationship with Honda. It's not a dictatorship, it's a partnership, and it's very, very good. The question now begs is, what is the next generation motor going to be? And as you well know, Honda have a life cycle for their engines, and what I need to do is, when we're building the new car, is to make sure that the cycle of that engine is not cut short as we're doing it.
So with the right people in the right places, what is there still left to accomplish for Crawford and Ligier?
For me, a personal goal is to make Ligier successful, obviously. I deal with Pierre and Jacques, and they're fabulous people, absolutely fabulous people. I love working for them. They are not demanding at all, and they always say that it doesn't matter what they say, I'm going to do whatever I want anyway. So it's a really good program.